Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are backstage at Download Festival 2023. Simple Plan on the lineup, and Pierre and Chuck join me now. Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Good to see you guys back in the UK for a start. Let's start right there. And yeah, Download Festival, not just anyone, the biggest one they've ever done, 20th anniversary, all that stuff. It's got to be nice to be playing for UK fans again, but at an event like this feels like a special weekend, right?
I know, it does. I mean, Metallica as a headliner is going to be massive tonight. It's super fun to be here, and we have amazing weather. It's nice and warm. So that's a change for usual. What I feel like Download's always like rainy.
Yeah. Drownload.
Exactly, Drownload. So this is nice, and we're excited to be back here. We haven't played here in a while, so it's super fun.
Yeah. I guess as well, it must be like, is this the first date since the album? Or I guess the album still feels a little bit fresh for UK.
No, we were in the UK.
Kinda.
We did a Sum 41 Simple Plan
tour,
and we did London. We did a bunch of places. Did we do only one in the UK?
Only in London, yeah.
Only in London. That one off date. So still going to be a lot of fresh new fans hearing those ones for the first time. I mean, it's got to be nice actually getting to play those songs live in front of the crowd, because that's always going to change your opinion a little bit, isn't it? Seeing the live reactions, a whole different thing from the online reactions. Has anything surprised you about getting those newer songs into the set list now?
Also, for me, I feel like it's not only the crowd reaction, but like some songs I just feel like lend themselves to a live performance better than others.
Right.
Like the first release that we had was The Antidote, which I think is a great song, but live, it's not my favorite to play, where lately we've been playing A Million Pictures of You, which I think is a good song on the record, but I love playing it live. So it's really fun to see the difference. And one of my favorite of the record, Iconic, is just suits both, on the record and live. So yeah, it's fun to be able to play them for people, and it does give me a new appreciation for them, and it's exciting.
Yeah, really exciting to see how those kind of fit into the set list with other classics in there as well. It's going to be a fun time today for sure, out in the sunshine. A couple of things going on with you guys I wanted to mention. First of all, lovely little shout out from your old friends in Blink-182. I love that little viral clip where just throwing a little bit. That's got to be such a nice moment, because obviously long-standing relationship with that band and with that song, of course. But it's so great to see like that relationship continues always with Mark. It's so nice to see little moments like that and moments of appreciation, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been awesome, to see Mark, like, in our hometown in Montreal, playing at Do Anything was like, and I think he was texting with Sebastian, and I sent him a little email saying thank you. He was like, oh, of course, man, wanted to do a little, tribute to the band or you guys. So it's quite special. They've been Mark specifically has been so generous and so awesome with us. And even just this week, you guys were joking around in a small interview somewhere in Czech Republic talking about his suggestion for a band name, One-Legged Duck. So he made that, and then he retweeted that. He's like, I still stand by that. That would have been a great band name.
Duck.
So I don't know. It could have been One-Legged Duck, not Simple Plan. I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
in the days of Google, it's very, very good. You're going to find that pretty much straight away.
That's right. That's going to come up number one.
And a great for a logo idea as well.
But
it writes itself.
He claims he was very serious about it, and I don't know.
Maybe a side project one day, or secret show. Just
name
yourself that.
Or a super band.
Solo project.
There you go.
There we go.
Or a super band with Mark, you and me. It could be One-Legged
Duck. We'll look out for that in the future for sure. Speaking of other bands and all that kind of stuff, I did want to mention there was a lovely, lovely collaboration with a British act over here, Busted, on their kind of latest collection that was kind of coming out. I love those guys, and I love the fact that they are getting so much more appreciation from a lot of this generation of pop bands. There's Neck Deep on that record as well and stuff. Yeah. It's really, really cool because came up in a similar era. Obviously, they were kind of more marketed as a pop band, whereas you guys were more in the kind of scene and stuff. But so great to see that collaboration come to. How did that all kind of come to be in the end?
They just reached out to us, and I think that with a song called Loser Kid, it just felt like a good collaboration. And
you were the perfect choice.
Exactly, I was a loser kid.
Charming.
But I feel like, when we were in the late 90s, when we first started playing in bands, and early 2000s, the difference between pop and heavier stuff was very, it was very important to make that difference. And like, if you liked something, you couldn't like that. Where I think now, in the era of diversity and acceptance and not being such dicks about certain things,
let's be honest,
people are understanding that, like, just because your music is not quite as hard hitting doesn't mean it's not good, and doesn't mean it's. So it's really nice to see that bands like Busted are getting a little more, because they're a good band. They got some good songs.
Absolutely.
And it's funny for us. We see bands that are, coming up, that are heavier bands that are coming up to us and saying like, man, I loved your band. You guys were so awesome. I grew up on you guys. So it's cool to see that people aren't so stuck to those genres and so segregated and so to speak.
100%.
And I would even add that, I think time makes such a huge difference.
So true.
When you last 20 years, 25 years, 15 years, whatever it is, there's a respect that comes with that maybe in the beginning you're not given if you're a bit more on the pop side. Like, I think for us, we were lucky that we like we were able to fit in the sort of Warped Tour and pop punk kind of galaxy or universe. But at the same time, there was always some people that would say, and now 20 years down the road, now that we're still here, you don't really hear that so much. And I think it's kind of like proving the point that, hey, you know what, like these guys were not just a little like one hit wonder. They had a career, and there's a respect that comes with that. And I think people, even if it's not their cup of tea, they still will say, you know what, they're a great live band, and they were able to survive that long in a tough, and you know, it's tough to be in the music industry. So I think there's a respect that comes with that.
Well, it's interesting because I think moments like this and weekends like this are a perfect example of that, because there will be people out there who'll see it'll be their first Simple Plan show today, but you're going to convert some fans inevitably because you put on a great live show and it's a lot of fun. It's a big sunny day. You got a beer in your hand. You want to sing along, right? That's the importance of moments like this, converting those new fans.
Yeah, and I think on a lineup that's so heavy, I think people kind of like appreciate a little bit of like just like, okay, we're just having a good time here. It's not so you know,
absolutely.
so
a little breather.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy that we're able to be part of this festival. I mean,
nice.
you know, lots of people will say, "Oh my God!" Like we definitely stand out a little bit, but I think it's a testament to the live show, you know, and being able to put on a great rock show. I think people come and they're a bit surprised. And what's really awesome for me is that even at our own headline shows, 23 years into this band, we still get to make a first impression on people. There's so many people that it's their first concert. Like we ask, and half the crowd sometimes even 80% of the crowd is the first time they see us.
Wow.
So you still, and I think it keeps you on your game, and it keeps you want to, you know, put on a great show, because you're like, oh my God, these, like, you can't take it for granted that they all know how good the band can be. You have to prove it every single night, and especially on festivals, because there's so many people that might not be familiar or they're a bit skeptical, and it's like we get to go out there and kind of prove what we can do, which I think is very exciting, and it keeps it fun for us as a band, you know?
No, really exciting challenge to have, and it's great that you guys want to rise to it. It makes all the difference in the world, I think. Now that we are a little bit removed from the album, I'll do the new music question, shall I? How much stuff are we kind of playing with? What are we thinking about in terms of what may or may not come next in the future in terms of more Simple Plan music?
We're talking about releasing some new stuff in the near future, and then I don't know, like as far as like full records or like a large, I know we want to do some new songs pretty soon, but as far as like a full record, I don't know what the future holds, you know. It's like I find that for us, we're such perfectionists, and we, you know, I think that we care about every single note, that making a full record takes a lot of time.
That's fair.
So we're thinking about maybe should we release a few songs at a time here and there, or a record. We haven't decided yet, but definitely, I mean, the band's not going anywhere, so whatever that may look like, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, coming up as well. I mean, we're at the point now where you guys have been doing this for such a long time. We're hitting those anniversaries. Those key anniversaries are coming. Yeah. I mean, is it next year? I think it must be that 20 years of still not getting any. I mean, landmark moment for you guys as a band.
It was 2004, so next year.
Yeah, there we go. 20th
also,
anniversary.
Also 25 years as a band.
Oh wow! Oh, so please tell me you've got to mark something there. You've got to do, whether it's shows or something. You've got to do something.
Yeah.
We're starting to discuss and think about it. But
early
it's
ideas.
Gonna be a big year.
Yeah, big year for you guys. That's really exciting to hear, man, for sure. Well, before I let you go, one question we've been asking absolutely everybody this weekend, because like we keep saying, massive lineup, biggest ever Download Festival, so many names out there. If you could work with anyone else who's playing here this weekend, what would be like the dream collaboration? Any of those artists you'd love to get on a Simple Plan track?
Let's see. Well, to me, an interesting one, I think they're doing a lot of collaborations right now, but I do think their sound is really great, is Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh, yes.
I feel like I love how heavy that band is, but yet so pop sensible. You know what I mean? They have some really good hooks, and it's like there's some great songs in there. So I feel, but they're doing so many collaborations. I feel like it would be so much in the ocean. But yeah, I love that band. It's great.
Such a good mix of collabs though, as well. It's like so many different types of artists. It makes a lot of sense.
I'm saying that, you know, in a complimentary way.
Oh,
like,
no, of course. But yeah,
stuff.
it's why it would easily fit with you guys, because they're so open to loads of different sounds. It's really, really cool. How about yourself, Chuck?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the...
It's been a popular choice this weekend, as you might imagine.
Answer that you would say. But for sure, I mean, like, that would be insane. Even just a guitar riff.
The hate you would get for doing a collaboration with Metallica. Anybody. You know?
But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, they are a very purist fan base, so I don't know if that would fly. But it would be cool for me on a personal level.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what matters here for sure. Guys, have a great show. Always great to chat to you. I'm sure we will chat again soon. All right, good to see you. Simple Plan, everybody.